Cass, and I'm from the L'Oreal Professionnel education team, and today we're going to be talking all things colour charts. So I have a question for you. How are you using your colour charts in the salon? Maybe you use them for a consultation purpose. Maybe you use them to confirm a client's colour of choice. Well, today I'm going to take you on a little journey through the Majirel colour chart and show you where you can find lots more information that can help you out in the salon day by day. Here we are, L'Oreal Professionnel Majirel. When you first open your colour chart, you'll notice on the very first page a little description of all of the amazing technology inside every tube of Majirel, our absolute colour, our absolute care, and our absolute confidence. The next tip I have is our bases. If you have a little look, there's 3 different types of bases that you can choose from. We have our natural basics, we have our deep basics, and we also have our golden basics. Having the choice of these 3 bases allows you as the colorist to be able to choose the perfect base for a client if they were over 50% white, depending on their color choice. Say for example, the client was dreaming of a 6.1 result and they were over 50% white, then you would simply pair it with your 6. However, if the client was after something a little bit warmer, maybe such as a 635, then you would pair it with your 6.3. That would allow the 6.3 to fill the white hair and allow the 635 to sit beautifully on top without it stealing any of the warmth and richness from the 635 that they chose. On the other hand, you also have your 0.0 range, which is your selfish family. With this family, the 0.0 in the world of L'Oreal means whatever's before it means it's intensified or there's more of. So in this particular case, there is a lot more pigment inside these tubes than what there are inside these tubes. Therefore, these guys are best to be used on their own. You can intermix them with each other, which is fine, but mixing them with another reflex shade is simply going to just overpower your reflect and you might not get the results that you intended. Rest assured, whatever base you select, you will actually in fact get 100% grey coverage. And how you know this is by the little box around the top of the number. Anything in the L'Oreal colour chart which has a box around its number will actually cover grey 100% by itself. Now let's have a little look at our reds. Aside from the base number and the reflex shade, there's also some little names above a few of our shades. These are Carmeline, Ruby Lane, and DM5. This simply describes the type of technology that's used inside each tube of our red to ensure that the colour is going to last and that it's going to be as bright as it possibly can be. What else is really cool about this is you'll notice that again, there's quite a few shades of red here that have actually a box around it as well, which in actual fact does mean the same thing as it means with our bases. These red shades cover the grey 100% by itself, no base needed. Having the name of the technology printed above each of the swatches is also a great reminder for yourself of what you can mix with other shades and what you can't. In this situation, our Carmeline and our DM5 technology tend to like to hang together. They don't like to be intermixed with anyone else, simply because of the shape of the pigment. Ruby Lane, however, is a little bit more friendly and can be intermixed with other shades if you see the need. But again, it can cover grey 100% by itself. So in that case, if the client wants a bright colour, you can give them a bright colour. Moving along to my next tip, Magi Contrast. You'll notice the swatch in the chart is a little bit different. This actually just shows you what the colour is going to look like just in a little piece rather than the entire swatch. This is a great reminder for you as the colorist that these colours are not designed to be used on scalp, they're to be used in foils or in freehand techniques only, just because of the nature of the colour. Next, let's talk about Majirel Cool Cover. Majirel Cool Cover was originally developed in South America for the South American clientele. They deal with a really high range of UV with their sun, and they also love their colour results to be cool. Therefore, in your colour chart, you have a little reminder about what this particular range can do for you and for your client. Number 1 is the high resistance. This actually means that this particular colour has a very high resistance to fade. The next is optimal neutralization. Because of the saturation of colour pigment in each tube of Majirel Cool Cover, you can be rest assured that it will have your back when you're trying to neutralise those stubborn undertones. Then we move over to our extreme coverage. Because of the neutralization factor and the high resistance factor, Majirel Cool Cover does actually cover grey like nobody's business. Therefore, if you have a client that might be a little bit stubborn with those 1 or 2 greys around the hairline, then Majirel Cool Cover may be the answer. To round off our journey through the Majirel colour chart, you'll notice on the back page that there's full instructions for preparation, application, especially those specific techniques such as lengths and ends, the rinsing, and the grey coverage rules when it comes to using Majirel. This is a great tool for you to have just in case you may have forgotten one of those particular rules when mixing up a colour for a client. So there we have it, all of my tips and tricks when utilising the L'Oreal Professionnel Majirel colour chart. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for some more amazing information sessions from your team at L'Oreal Professionnel.